All right, guys, welcome back to the stream. We've got Game 5 just a brewing for you. Should be a lot of fun. Just before we get started, just to let you guys know, a little bit later on this month, if you weren't aware already, we have got the NUEL live event taking place at the Red Bull Gaming Sphere in London. The 28th and 29th of April. Should be a lot of fun. Tickets still on sale for that, just a fiver to be able to get in. And it's an incredible venue, so I hope you guys will come along. I think we are soon to get, yes, just 30 seconds from getting started. But all right, so what are we kind of looking at in this Game 5? How is this 5-game tournament played out?
It's played out with 3 teams basically gunning for first and second place. Currently holding the #1 spot is the Kiel team, Neil's fan club, with just probably only about 100 points lead. Haven't actually won a game, consistently finished like second or third or within the top 10 every single game so far. Bring up the rear just behind them is Warwick, won the last game with a spectacular amount of 60 kills. Biting at their heels. The Wolves are circling Kiel, but then the potatoes behind them of Birmingham, that's actually their name, I'm not just being offensive to people from Birmingham, are in third, very close behind Warwick, amazingly, amazing results as well. So it's these 3 teams who it's up to those guys, really, who's going to play out, but we're seeing the early jumping of some of the teams. Some choosing to go to military. We'll see whether number 17, the Kiel squad, the Neil's fan club, where they will be going. Choosing not to go for the island of military base, but instead over towards farm area. Sort of a plane going from the southeast to the northwest, quite evenly across, so splitting up the players quite nicely. Quite a lot in Georgia Pole, actually, which should see some conflict. Team 11, which is the Warwick boys, J Normal Child. They're landing very soon. Down in the southeast, just below Milta. See what weapons they can pick up. And then that's our other team, Birmingham, the Potatoes, to look out for. Team 10, Team Jake Paul, seeing some buggy drive around. I don't think the buggy will drive for it. It looks like they might be driving for some players.
Yeah, so
kind of exciting.
It looks like it's going to be a bit of a destruction. I mean, these teams, of course, this is their last game being played this evening. So makes a lot of sense that they would want to get out some of the pressure which they've been on up until this point.
Very much so. Watching Team 24 drive around in that buggy. As we look at the map, we can look out. So Warwick has taken control. That's a different Warwick team. Is in. Because by the way, there's 2 Warwick teams. So there's team number 1 is Warwick, and team 11 is also Warwick, but a different squad. So team 11 is called 1 vs 3 C9, by the way.
Yes.
Simple name, easy for us casters.
It's a gift that just keeps on giving. They are, as always is the case, they are our number 2 team, so we will need to be talking about them a fair amount. We may end up just referring to them as the number 11s, because it's just a little bit easier.
A little bit easier for us, especially so. As we look up, not many people in the southwest because of the plane path, so no one really went for a long drop. But it means that Danny Hood has got this bit of the map to himself. Chilling out, relaxing all cool, picking up some guns, nowhere near school. We'll be sitting around, but if we look over towards the school area, we will see a huge amassing of players, northeast of Pochinki, Team 23 and Team 10. Team 10, the Birmingham team we need to keep an eye on. Very close to Team 23, who have
we'll drop in with Cloudy and seeing if there's any chance of any meatballs. Ah. Oh, good, it's working again. Marvelous. Sorry about that, guys. That's a pretty terrible time to have a disconnect.
Hello,
Oh, hey there, Nevi.
I'm
Right.
back.
Okay, well, in that case, we can pick things up where we left off. Of course, as you may have noticed, we've been keeping up the camera work during the break at least. But let me just... wait, we don't want camera. Let's turn on the screen share. There we go.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Perfect. All right. So, as we've established, we have got down to just 20 teams at the moment. We've had some pretty brutal fights coming in, and we're already heading towards the end of this last game. Again, the teams we're looking out for really are NUEL's of Team 17 from Kiel, 1v9 from Warwick, Team 11, and the UOB Potatoes from Birmingham, Team number 10.
That is correct. These teams are playing for that first place spot and the prize, the £50 Steam vouchers, separated between them, of course. But there is second place. Seeing Team 10 move into the zone from the east. Got to get in there soon, but Team 15 will take Harvey on his own. We'll try and take some pot shots. But that's not going to be a fight he's going to want to take. Definitely not. As we see, Team 22 just nestled themselves quite nicely in, probably crossing through that loot box on the west as well. So they might have a bit better weaponry. Team 12, shotgun in hand. Hopefully that's not the damn giraffe's only weapon. That might be a bit difficult of range, I'll be honest.
Well, I think there's certainly team 17, I think, coming through on the other side, trying to get through the river. Going to be going straight into Team 12's guns, actually swimming in the river with Team 9 because they can't attack each other at this stage. Should be interesting to see what happens once they get out of the water, since Team 9 can just turn around and shoot them if Team 12 will allow them the time to do so.
Yeah, they have to put their heads above water, but they will have to come up for air at some point. They will not be immune forever. That's for sure. Swimming around into this river, there's not many places they can go. Maybe they can make it to Sunken City, to Waterworld on the side. But the zone will be coming in about a minute, 10 seconds now. And so they won't have a lot of time. Team 9, Spod. Nice shot right there. Taking down a player on, I think that was Team 6, but Team 17 is our team to watch. The Kiel squad, who's currently sitting in first place. Not the strongest position to come through his water, but they've made it through pretty much unscathed, and they should be contested as they make it up the water.
Going to be running down with a little bit of cover, so close to the circle, which will be encroaching in just 37 seconds time. We have seen teams struggle a little bit when it comes to getting involved in brawls while they are not close enough to their inner circle, though at this point it shouldn't take too long for Team 17 to run from where they are right now to the relative safety of the inner circle.
Trying to get into that circle, trying to get into safety. 10 seconds left. Team 12 has the high ground here. Bandaging up Golex with an M16 in hand. Not a bad weapon for range. Spod is down on Team 9, who was originally trying to contest them. But I don't know if he'll be able to be picked up by his team. Just one person left. Hello. Has to get over to him and try and pick him up.
Time is running out, and it has gone entirely as the blue circle of death brings its majesty to the field. Team 17 are expected to perform very well. Team are on the run right now. Let's drop in with them. They're running pretty much parallel with Team 12. There's a little bit of desperation perhaps showing. This is probably going to be the most dangerous part of the game. So they're running right into what could be a huge crossfire.
They will not want to be caught off in this. You can see the lines on the mini-map in the bottom right firing off in all directions. Team 12 getting picked off wildly. Kiel taking their time, trying to move around. But I think that'll be Team 12 eliminated. There we go. Team 12 has been eliminated, and we're in the final 14. Ruins proving deadly for these squads. Our top teams aren't actually in the zone, so all of them are going to have to move up. Seeing some new players in this game. Team 5 taking shots, and Nutty63 who's on the edge there. 14-8.
Yeah, doing some
That
pretty
four
nice
times
work. We know that Team 7 were our incredibly outside choice. Count Muffin from Newcastle, still in play for the time being. We'll see how it goes. Team 17, actually, let's drop in with them for a second, because they are quite embroiled. I don't think actually actively fighting at the moment, but Team 22 are right next to them, just on the other side of a few walls. Don't know if these guys will actually choose to go for the conflict with only 26 seconds left to get back into the center.
Yeah, not long left before the blue zone will come hunting. Loffason, we've seen actually how deadly the zone is in comparison to players in a lot of these cases. Team 10 still with all 4 members alive. Team 11 as well with all 4 members as well. And Team 17, so our top 3 teams all have survived so far. Relatively unscathed. A bit of damage onto the armor for Kirkmanians, presumably some of the other players. But those kills that they've got in those trades could be the difference between coming second or first.
Yes, Kirkmania famed for that 8-kill end to one of the previous games. Didn't have such a strong performance, I believe, in game number 3, but has a chance to make up for it. As we said, Team 17, 11, and 10, all with a chance of seizing that first place spot. The amount of kills and the position both important, but to get the chicken dinner is, of course, the most rewarding of spots at top place, giving 400 points and making up for nearly any amount of kills that might have happened during the course of the game.
That is correct. Seeing more players go down now. Overpowered, taking down Omnitoaster. So Team 22 getting those kills, but one player has already been taken down. That will be the Bread. So Team 22, who's fragged pretty well so far. But Team 17, what has happened? Only one player left, the first place team. They got now. That could really spell trouble for the squad. Team 10 and Team 11 are still going strong. Timestream left alone. Is he right by the other team next to him? It looks like it. He's sitting there all alone. Mr. Buttcheek and Sajib. Mr. Buttcheek is alone trying to take the fight. It's him versus Cloudy in a 1v1. The rest of the teammates are down. He's trying to pick up his teammate. Buttcheek is choosing to pick up Overpowered instead, which is probably the right move in this position, trying to make it a 2v2, or at least a 2v1. They'll presume that the other player, as he hasn't pushed, is picking up. But that zone is chunking hard, and I think that might have been a mistake for both sides. Mr. Buttcheek coming off worse in that engagement, but he does have a wide angle he can take. He will be last member alive for his team. Team 11 coming in, the Warwick team will be in between them and Cloudy, Team 10. It looks like Warwick has the complete advantage there with the most players alive. Team 17 is out. Unless one of these other teams can do something spectacular, I feel like Warwick has actually got this in the bag.
We'll see how it goes. It's looking like, for the most part, actually, Team 11 looking very, very strong here. Also, I've got good sight on firing through the tree line, which I think is going to help them immensely. Let's pop back out to a wider view to try and see if we can catch all the teams at once. Team 3 hold up in their house. But as you mentioned before, really only 17 who are now dearly departed, 11 and 10 in a position to claim that number 1 spot based on previous performance.
And so it looks like this is Warwick's game to lose. We'll finish with the most amount of points of the top teams, but will it be enough points to push them into first? I think they need about 100 points. Butt cheek taking down Tobbs. Nice headshot, but Gibby is approaching fast from the back end. Luke Box is down for Team 24. Gibby caught out with the rotation and ends up dying by a Gay Trap, who then finishes him off with a headshot. Team 11 scrambling, rotating around after losing one player already. They have the advantage, and it is dwindling now. Team 5 also with 3 players as well. Cars being used, hopefully is used as protection. Masanaroni, I've definitely spelled it wrong, throws a grenade. Does a fair chunk of damage, and that looks like Rojo will be down. So that's Team 7 out, 3 teams remaining at this point. Team 5, Team 11, and Team 3. So Lancaster Bombers with their best finish so far. And Team 5, we haven't actually seen much of this team so far. Actually, looks like Warwick has been taken down super low. Many players needing to be revived as well. But all players sticking near the outside. They've got good cover. They should be able to pick their teammates up and then heal back up and be competitive into this game. I feel like they've got this with their position and their wins so far. Unless one of these teams does something insanely spectacular. I think Warwick has got this tournament, but I wonder who's going to win this game. Lancaster sneaking up. I think that's Lancaster number 3. Sneaking up pro near the buildings. Don't know if their position's being revealed. But that zone has got to hurt at this point. You can't be sitting in it. Can't be taking that damage. And that's a player down. But both sides, they're getting flanked. And that's Team 5 executed right there.
Wow, that all happened so quickly. Now it's just down to the original G going up against Enigma in reverse. A puzzle in the name as Expelliarmus gets expelled from the game. Now 1v1.
In the smoke, Enigma making his way around while prone, spraying, trying to find the original G. Does not find him. Reloads his M16. Original G with the grenade throw. Kobe, will that land? It lands right next to him. I think he's got it. And it's down. What an end to the play. What a game. Just swish straight at the end and finishes him off. And that should be Warwick taking home this tournament.
That was incredible. And we got very lucky there to see the get to the camera just as the grenade rolled past him, and he realized that his life was at an end. Well,
that's very nicely done by the Warwick teams. Props to Team 5 for getting that far in as well. Picking up 5 kills on Johnny. Well done there. Got to give props where props is deserved.
for sure.
Unlucky for Kiel going up fairly early, and Team 10 as well. I was kind of expecting all 3 teams to be left at the end, but Warwick just had the better positioning going into that end zone.
All right, guys. Well, this has been the first NUEL PUBG broadcast. It's had its ups and downs, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed what we've been bringing out. We can only apologize for the problem with Discord before, which did rob us of commentary for a while. That was a little hard to see coming, but hopefully you enjoyed at least the end of our broadcast today. Thank you so much to Novi and to Gems, who came a little bit before, for helping out on stream today. And hopefully we'll all get to cast some PUBG together again down the line. But for now, I think we are fairly safe in saying 1v9 C9 BTW from Warwick are our winners based on the previous score. But yeah. Novi, thank you very much for coming along and for also coming back after Discord threw up all over itself.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Being really good. Do you want to plug NUEL Live quickly before we wrap this stream up?
Why, you could not stop me, sir. I will plug NUEL Live all day long. So again, our grand finals taking place at the Red Bull Gaming Sphere Just, I think at this point, I'm trying to remember yes, it is just going to be in a couple of weekends' time, the 28th and 29th. You can go onto the NUEL website and pick up some tickets for that, only £5. The Red Bull Gaming Sphere is incredibly cool. I definitely recommend if you are remotely in the London area coming along and seeing either Overwatch, CSGO, or League of Legends. Overwatch and CSGO on the Saturday, League of Legends on the Sunday. Should be a whole lot of fun. But for now, on behalf of myself and Nobi, thank you guys for watching, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.